New fishes and bugs that you guys can catch that go for a lot of bells. So as you guys should know, winter is starting inside the southern hemisphere, and inside the northern hemisphere, summer is starting to kick in. So that means that there are a lot of new fishes and bugs that are appearing on your island because of the new month of June. In total, there are 6 new bugs that the people inside the northern hemisphere can run into. The 6 bugs that you guys can catch are the emperor butterfly, firefly, drone beetle, Goliath beetle, the rainbow stag, and the mosquito. So if you guys don't know, the firefly you guys can only catch inside of June. The drone beetle you guys can catch inside from June to August. The Goliath beetle is from June to September. The rainbow stag is also from June to September, and the mosquito is also from June to September. The emperor beetle you guys can find from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. The firefly you guys can find from 7 p.m. to 4 p.m. The drone beetle you guys can find it all day, so don't worry about that. The Goliath beetle you guys can find inside night at 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. The rainbow stag you guys can find from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. The mosquito you guys can find from 5 p.m. to 4 a.m. Some of them are flying around, some of them are on trees. Obviously, the emperor butterfly, the rainbow stag, and the mosquito are all flying around, and the beetles are usually on the trees. But the ones that are the most important is the Goliath beetle, because he goes for the most amount of bells. He goes for 8,000 bells. So if you guys find a few of these and you guys sell them, you guys will be making a lot of profit. Not only are there a lot of new bugs that you guys can catch, you guys can also find a bunch of fish and sharks that you guys can catch inside of this game. So since the month of June just started, as I said, there are a lot of new fish as well. One of the fish that you guys should be catching is a giant snakehead, which doesn't go for a lot. 5,500, that's like a good amount, but like that's not a lot. So I wouldn't like recommend going after this one. The gar you guys can get for around 6,000, which is a little bit better, but still I wouldn't recommend going after this one because there are a lot of other fish and stuff that you guys can get for you guys can sell for a lot more bells and sharks and stuff. But if you guys are looking for these fish, they can only be found inside of ponds and not inside of like the ocean and stuff. Now for the people inside the northern hemisphere, you guys can find a cool amount of sharks like the saw shark, the hammerhead shark, the great white shark, the whale shark, and these go for a lot of bells. So I would definitely recommend like trying to get some of these fish. The saw shark is very a good amount of bells that you guys can make off of it. 12,000 that you guys can find from 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. inside of the sea. So I would just recommend like fishing around there. And then the most important one that you guys need to get is the great white shark, which is going for 15,000 bells. If you guys find a couple of these, and also there's something called a dorado, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but it will be inside the river, and that is also going for 15,000 bells. So if you guys can literally like get a good amount of dordoros or whatever they're called, and you guys get a good amount of sharks and stuff, you guys can be making a lot of bells inside of this game, like the whale shark, the great white shark, the hammerhead shark, and all of these fishes and bugs and stuff. You guys can be using this to make a lot of bells. So I would just recommend fishing around June and stuff, because this is a very good month to fish and make bells. Also, I would recommend trying to catch some beetles. Like I said, try to catch the Goliath beetle, which is around like a very good bug to catch, just because it goes for a lot of bells. Like 8,000 is pretty good for a beetle, which you guys can find from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. So just I would recommend going inside of your game. You guys can time travel obviously, but I don't recommend doing that. But anyways, I just hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys can just get a bunch of fishes. Just make sure you fish. There's a lot of new fishes. I'm just gonna quickly name them all: the giant snakehead, the tilapia, the piranha, the arowana, the dorado, the gar, all these fish are arapema, the salad, I don't know how to pronounce these words, ribbon eel, the saw shark, the hammerhead shark, the great white shark, the whale shark, the sucker fish. All of these fish are just like, there's so many new fish from June to September. There's some fish from June to October. Like, you guys can just be fishing this whole entire month. And then there's plenty of new bugs, like that you guys can catch now, like mosquitoes and stuff, which I would not recommend catching mosquitoes or like fireflies or drone beetles, because they don't go for a lot of bells. If you guys want to make bells, remember the emperor butterfly, the Goliath beetle, and this rainbow stag go for a good amount of bells when it comes to bugs. But when it comes to fish, obviously the sharks are going to be a lot more. And also the gar actually goes for a good amount of money. 6,000 isn't bad. But the arowana, that's for 10,000 inside of the river. But inside of the sea, if you guys are just fishing inside the sea, you guys will find more shark, because shark tend to spawn on the sea. So if you guys get like, you guys can just make tons of bells off this. Just keep fishing, keep catching bugs with your net and stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can hopefully catch some bugs and hopefully catch some fish. And like, even the river is good, because some of the fishes inside of the river actually go for a lot of bells too. Like I said, like some of the fishes inside the river actually go for like 10,000 and like 15,000, like the dorado and the Arapema or whatever it's called goes for 10,000. Just catch a bunch of fishes, try to get some fossils, try to sell as much as you can if you guys are beginners inside of this game. So yeah, I just hope you guys can just catch bugs, catch things that you guys will need. I'm gonna put a list up for you guys of everything that you guys need to know.
To make bells is going to be obviously your money trees. So for money trees in Animal Crossing, every day, once per day, you're going to have access to those glowing spots on the ground. Since you have to run around, obviously looking around your island for it, it's random wherever on your island. I think it can be up in the cliff areas too, but I think that may only be if you have inclines, so I'm not exactly sure. But basically, you're going to be looking around. Once you find the glowing spot, you can dig right there, and that is your 1,000 bell bag that you dig up. And then you can put whatever amount of bells that you would like to grow the tree. Now the thing is, for money trees, depending on how much you put in, depends on how much you can get out of it. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard to put 10,000 bells in. You may not really know why, but 10,000 bells is actually a very smart investment, because you put in 10,000, you're always going to get 30,000 bells in the end, which is a 20,000 profit per tree. Now you can find 7 trees per week, which means 1 per day. So that means you're going to get 140,000 bells in a week if you go do your money tree by investing 10,000 in each time. So let's look at every single different amount of bells you can put in and how much you can actually get out of it. So if you put in between 100 bells and 1,000 bells, you will always, no matter what, if you put in 500, 100, 1,000, whatever, you will always get 3 1,000 bell bags. So if you want to invest, if you don't have very much on you and you don't want to accidentally close up the hole that you dug up for the money tree, then make sure that you plant 100 bells. In that case, you will guaranteed make 3,000 bells, or you'll make 2,900 bells, but you'll get 3,000 bells for only putting in 100, whereas you can put in 1,000 bells and you're only going to make 2,000 profit, because you're going to be getting 3,000 total, and 3,000 minus 1,000, 2,000. So now if you plant 2,000 to 9,000 bells, the reason why we jump right to 2,000 is because obviously you can't put in 1,100, because 1,000 separates from the 100 bells or 500, whatever amount of bells that you have in between. So you have to go straight to 2,000. If you plant in 2,000, there's 2 different things that can happen. You could get 3 of whatever the number you planted was, or you could get 3 of the minimal amount of 1,000, which you could get in this instance. So basically, if you plant 3 bags of 2,000 bells, you have a 30% chance that you will get 6,000 out of it. So 3 2,000 bell bags. But there's also a 70% chance that you'll only get 3 1,000 bell bags. So technically, if you plant 2,000, you will always profit. You will guaranteed get 1,000 bells profit, but you could actually make a profit of 4,000 bells.